Are you tired of being stuck with your keyboard and mouse for every single game? Well, let's fix that. In this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to get your favorite console controller hooked up to your PC using DS4 Windows.
Alright, so you've got DS4 Windows installed, you're all set up, and now it's time for the fun part, actually getting your controller to talk to your computer. You've basically got a couple of ways to do this, so let's break them both down.
So, your two main choices are pretty straightforward. You can either plug it in with a good old USB cable for a rock-solid wired connection, or you can go wireless with Bluetooth and enjoy a little more freedom.
Look, going with a wired USB connection is by far the most reliable and easiest way to get started. You get zero lag, you never have to worry about your battery dying mid-game, which is huge for competitive play. On the other hand, Bluetooth is awesome for that cable-free couch gaming experience. It just takes an extra step to pair, and you really want a decent Bluetooth adapter to make sure your connection is stable.
First up, let's talk about the simplest, most foolproof method out there, using a USB connection. I mean, it really doesn't get any easier than this. Seriously, you just plug one end of the cable into your controller, and you plug the other end into any open USB port on your PC. That's it.
Your computer should immediately recognize it, and you might even see a little device detected pop up. If for some reason you don't worry. Just try a different USB port. And, pro tip, make sure you're using a cable that can transfer data, not just one that only charges.
Okay, now for all of you who want to cut the cord and go wireless, let's walk through connecting with Bluetooth.
So, the first part of this process is pretty much universal. You're going to open up your Bluetooth settings in Windows, click the button to add a new device, and then you've got to tell your controller it's time to find a new friend.
If you're using a DualShock 4 or the new PS5 DualSense controller, what you're gonna do is hold down the PlayStation button and the Share button at the exact same time. Just keep holding them until you see that light bar start to blink. That's your signal that it's in pairing mode.
Now, if you're rocking an old-school DualShock 3, it's even easier. All you do is press and hold that middle PS button for about 3 seconds. Once those little red lights on top start flashing, you're good to go.
And for all you Nintendo fans using the Switch Pro controller, just look at the top edge of the controller. You'll see a tiny, round sync button right next to the USB port. Press and hold that little guy down until the LEDs on the bottom start flashing back and forth.
So, what if you're trying all this and it's just not working? It happens. Don't worry, here are a couple of really common, super easy fixes to try. First off, if Windows suddenly pops up and asks you for a PIN code during pairing, just try typing in 4 zeros, 0000. It's a super common default PIN, and a lot of the time, that's all it takes.
If the PIN doesn't work, or if it's just being stubborn, it's time for the classic tech support solution. Go into your PC's Bluetooth settings, find the controller on the list of devices, and completely remove it. Then, just start the whole pairing process over from the very beginning. A clean slate almost always fixes it.
Now, before we wrap up, here's a special pro tip, specifically for you DualShock 4 owners out there. If you want the absolute best wireless experience, you might want to look into the official Sony Wireless Adapter.
So, what's the big deal with this thing? Well, it's all about that 3.5mm headphone jack on your controller. This little adapter is the only way to get your game audio and your microphone to work wirelessly through the controller. You just plug your headset right into the controller, no cables to your PC. It's pretty awesome.
Setting it up is a little unique. First, plug the adapter into a USB port. Then, you're going to push the entire end of the adapter inward, like you're pushing a button, and hold it down for about 3 seconds. You'll see a light start flashing on it, and that tells you it's ready to pair. Once that adapter is blinking, you know the drill. Just grab your DualShock 4 and put it into pairing mode. Remember, that's holding the PS and Share buttons. The two devices will see each other and connect up all on their own.
And that's pretty much it. You are connected and ready for some serious PC gaming action with your controller of choice. So, now that it's all set up, what's the first game you're going to dive into?